then as well then. So really nicely done. And now we have J. Carlos coming in with the first attack of the last final match. Perumania versus X Team. And we have the Super Giant, Super Bowler Witch combination again from him with his lightning and earthquake spells as well. Most likely coming in for a scatter and expo on one of the sides and the warden walk in front of it.
Yeah, and we were able to see this come in convincingly towards the end. Zapquake here to, again, speed up the process of this Warden Walk, shape up the value, and take on some of that flank damage. We are going to work our way from the opposite side of the town hall, so pushing that warden down towards the 6 o'clock side to lead the log launcher in straight across. And we've got all those infernos centralized in that area, so having the Yetis come out is like a perfect position for them to work through if you can keep that slightly delayed enough to open up at the right timing. And great value out of the Super Bowlers with the range that they do offer for the scatter shot.
Yeah, and with those regular wall breakers, he's trying to now get this access into the core. But wait a second, a lot of those super giants actually ran around the outside. And now there's not too many tanks left in front of the super bowlers, in front of those heroes which are pushing slowly into that core. The healers have to keep them up alive. And we have the log launcher coming from the bottom there as well. In between of those Inferno Towers. And again, an interesting setup, which we have seen now multiple times from X Team. We have the single multi-Inferno Tower combination in the core. Typically, we see both having the same setup. Well, we hope that there's not any disconnect going on. I guess, yeah, we are waiting for the Wi-Fi to come back for J. Carlos while his troops are running on the same space and waiting for them to be allowed to keep going.
Yeah, J. Carlos, this is the second time we're seeing him with the Wi-Fi issues. We'll see if it reconvenes. The unfortunate thing is, while we do have the Super Giants that have come back, we have things in place. He would not be able to use a spell combination to get that jump into the Town Hall, the Rage. Obviously, we have the auto abilities that could come off, but it means that we can't connect it properly with the Warden that we want to use to keep everything protected coming into the multi and single section of the base. So still patiently waiting. I see him hitting some buttons as we look at him going along, so it should speed back up, and there we go. Connection is back. It does not look like he's dropped down as the Super Giants work their way in. We've got the log launcher in there opening up those Yetis, but can they take the lead with the Forced Warden ability coming in to take down those surrounding Infernos?
Yeah, and even more spells are coming in, so we can see that it's not a disconnect. Because sometimes we know that even if you keep playing and even if you 3-star on your device, this does not mean that the server is saying, okay, that's a 3-star. Sometimes it's like, no, I like to have it better a 1-star. But this one is looking good for J. Carlos. We have the Super Bowlers and everything getting pushed into the Town of Poison, but the healers are trying to keep them alive. At this point now, it's all about the time. Time is ticking, it's 1 minute, and let's see what it's going to be. So far, a lot of those troops are dying out in the Town of Poison, and with only 45 seconds left roundabout, it's going to be a tough fight, because was there a troll tester or something on this far right side? I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like, yeah, there's a troll tester on this far right side, and the Queen has to deal quite a bit of more damage as well, with the far left storage still being alive.
Ooh, the Skelly's going for it with the minion, though, on the 3 o'clock side. Is it just enough to take it down? It is not. And with the Queen ability, it's not going to be enough to get through. That Queen going to try and pick up as much percent as possible. Wizard going for the northern side of the base, but we are looking potentially close to that 99%. 2-star might actually just be the 97 coming in with the Queen with no opportunity. But we're heading straight into the next attack to come through. I believe we have the next one lined up and ready to go. With that slight delay that came in. So XBB underway, and here you go, more Valks. You know you love it, Itsu. I think we're turning you into, we're gonna convert you. This is what you're gonna see on Itsu's YouTube. Coming in is all Valks every day during his Legend League hits. This is gonna be his new jam.
Please no. I mean, well, let's see. Let's first see what XBV can do again in this attack. Taking down the Town Hall. We have the Flame Flinger on that top side. He has one healer not deployed yet. I mean, seeing him attack is most likely planned, but still saving this one healer to maybe place it then later on onto those Valkyries. And again, he's trying to find angle where he's having the where he's having a nice jump location. And actually, I'm trying to remember. I think that's the base, which has worked quite well. But let's see how this base is going to defend in this attack. Warden abilities in Clan Castle coming out, but there's witches in there. And we know Valkyries, they do not bother about witches that much.
No, they don't. And we do have those headhunters that got flung, but we still have an easy pass. The Skelly poison spell coming down to hold off that defending royal champion, try and get a fighting chance in as the king wraps his way around to take on the Expo. And royal champ coming in from the opposite side. Skelly's to distract for the scatter shot, but she's got the Tesla farm that is also pulling her distraction here, but giving her the opportunity with the Skellies to try and push her way through and hold on to that ability. He does have a final freeze left to go, but only one. The Yak takes down the other scatter shot, which means this royal champ still has a fighting chance with the single. 51 seconds left, and there is a huge spread to still get through and cut across to the 3 o'clock side of the base here.
Yeah, sneaky goblins have to finish this off. And now remember, it's the Altano base actually, which I posted on YouTube, so surprising to see it in here. Can those Valkyries finish off the base with the Royal Champ together? Otherwise, Altano having Perumania in his backpack. And so far, it's looking time-wise a little bit intense, so this might be a defense right there. With the tower not going down, but the Valkyries are getting some more percentage, but that means it is as well the first attack for X Team falling short. Tano, OP base builder right there. That's how you do it. And Perumania know where to get those bases from. So this means 93% and yeah, lower percentage than we have seen from Perumania.
Yeah, they fall about 4 buildings shy. And looking at the predictions that were in over on the Twitch chat, it's 81% of the viewers that believe X Team will come away with a win. And I think the viewers might have just jinxed it with what we saw coming in there. 4% shy, unless X Team can come in with some more convincing defenses, which we did see in the first attack. They might be in a bit of trouble because Perumania might find this as an opportunity to get things raring and ready to go. Get those triples pulled in now that they've seen what X Team is made of.
That's right for sure. And I mean, percentage lead is there, but still it's incredibly close for both teams, and there is so many more attacks to go. So anything can still happen, and Mr. Jeff is in. The MVP for Perumania. Can he show off? Can he lead his team into the first 3-star of this match? Because so far we have seen two 2-stars, one each for both teams, and we have the Dragon Rider Dragon combination onto this base of melee, with some lightnings early on for a sweeper to make sure that those dragons are not pushing against that. There's already a couple of Tesla exposed, making sure that he can push into that eagle compartment.
Yeah, we've got a lot of power coming from that ice golem. Sectioning this off perfectly with the Tribrid that we have coming in. A huge combination of the dragons working their way along. And we, of course, have the blimp to sail through coming in. With the surround of that single targeting Inferno, we will likely see the open up of the Loons and Drag Rider coming down, but I often like to see the clone opportunity for those blimps that provide a more convincing opportunity to pick it all off. Not going to be the case here, but he's got a powerful push still coming in. But the scatter shot never went down. This is a huge backtrack that's going to have to happen. And he's already sending in his Royal Champion from the 3 o'clock end.
Going all in. Going all in for this one. The blimp is connecting though. The Treasure is over there. Invisibility spell is over there as well. What is in there? Is it actually... It's Yetis again. I don't know why they like to run those Yetis so much. Can those Yeti mites now take down the town, or do they go for the Expos? That's the question. The Yetis are going... Oh no! Oh my god, that was so close. taking down the town with those Yeti mites, jumping across. And now it's all about those heroes, those dragons, to finish off this base with the Royal Champion tanking right now. But the Queen has a unicorn, and that's the strongest pet right now in the game, keeping that Queen alive, making sure the Queen can just survive the entire backhand. But wait a second, there's a scatter, and that scatter might be a big threat to that Queen.
Yeah, that scatter that didn't go down with the position that he had the Hydra coming in from is the biggest problem for this. Yes, the Queen has her ability, but there are a lot of storages to get through, and she needs to hold on to that ability. Warden doing his best along with the Electro Owl to take care of the surrounding defenses, giving the Queen just a little extra opportunity, but there really is not enough time to try and get this done. With the Warden and Queen working together, it does ease up a little bit more, but they're bypassing the cannon, which means that's going to be the last remaining thing to go for. Wait, they're coming back around, but he's still got a long way to go. And this Queen needs to work her way through inside the wall to get to the scatter shot. And we know she's going to beat through the wall to try and get it done, Itsu.
Yeah, she's not even going for the wall. Instead, she's going around. Like, that's a smart Queen. That's surprising. What? But yeah, getting that 3-star, and we see Mr. Jeff celebrating right there. The first 3-star of this match, the 3-star for Perumania to keep their lead. Whatever X team is doing, Perumania have the lead now in this one. And we have to now wait for X team what they are about to do, because they need to 3-star this as well to make sure that this match is staying close. You do not want to fall behind not only 1 star or even 2 stars. And especially not on percentage, because we have seen in the first match as well what type of impact the percentage might have. So, waiting for the next attack of X Team, and let's see if they're coming in with something creative or if they're going for the Super Dragons or Dragon Rider combination, which we have seen quite a bit in this head-to-head face-off at the moment.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's a sassy Queen. I see a comment in chat that Queen did twice over exactly the opposite of what I said she was going to do. So she said, she's that 200 IQ Queen that everybody hopes to have, and definitely saves for Mr. Jeff, who is the MVP for his team here. And now we've got the other MVP for X Team, Den, coming in, who has gone perfect so far in his attacks, opting for the Super Drags. We see this quite a bit. And again, going in with the Flame Flingers, not for the Town Hall, but going for the outskirts where we do have those mortars that we have to worry about. He's got the Barbarians to try and distract as it gets in range. So they are keeping a close eye on where to drop these to ensure that he doesn't take on too much damage and can take down the Eagle.
Yeah, the mortar now, though, is getting distracted again by the Barbarian and by the Archer. That's always really nice to see that they try to limit the damage on those siege machines to make sure that they're surviving as long as possible. Now the Eagle is next on the menu. Already 1 minute gone, though. Like 1 minute of this attack already gone. So he needs to make sure that time is not a big factor in this one. And at this point, he started to place the Queen around the top side somewhere, I think on the right side. And there is the Super Dragons coming in. He is going all in from the other side. He has no blimp whatsoever. He just relies on those Super Dragons and on his heroes to take down the Town Hall somehow. Because the Flame Flinger, that one's at the bottom side, taking down another air defense.
Yeah, this is a beautiful push coming in, but they need to get through the core, getting in a good position to wrap his way around the base. It's leaving these town halls to the very last minute. That is always cumbersome and a bit worrisome, but this is where we use the power of the heroes to come in. Royal Champ also working along, but we have the entire Tesla farm surrounding it, and that's going to make it a little bit difficult to get through. But the Rage Ship Dragons should help out in this if they can make their approach.
Yeah, but all of those dragons into the Town Hall is not the best thing, to be honest, because this means the Town Hall Poison will deal quite a bit of damage. We have one Super Dragon leaving and one-shotting that Inferno Tower right there. The other Super Dragon tanked the bottom side. The Queen now can reach that scatter, can reach that Expo from this channel. And things are looking really good for Den. Coming up with the first 3-star then as well from the X Team side. Really nicely done. And I don't know how those guys are doing it with those risky approaches. I mean, he's coming from the complete other side of the Town Hall, just relying on his heroes to somehow take down the Town Hall, taking it down. As soon as it's falling, it is another nice 3-star. The time is not going to be an issue. He's even able to swag another freeze. And with that, X Team is on the board as well with their first 3-star. And this match is staying incredibly close. Only the percentage being the difference in between of those two teams at the moment.
Yeah, it's the 4 building difference that is separating them right now as the stars are tied up. And in this kind of matchup, it's not a matter of the carrying over of the stars, it's a matter of wins. So if we have Perumania come in with a win because they've already come into this with the upper bracket and a match advantage, they would get the win on this. If X Team get the win because they just came in with the previous win, they'll get the win. So it's going to be a tight, close-knit match. And we have definitely seen a big turnaround from how Perumania felt coming into that first war. I think definitely taking some signs and signals of how they needed to step up their game, and they are doing it for sure. But a 4 percentage differential does leave a lot of opportunity open for another defense if X Team can hold that off.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. We see another defense, another legend base, but I think it's tweaked a little bit where the ground expos are, but this layout itself might be familiar to the one or other attacker, which is at the moment in Legend. And that's something as well, which Boom said. Like, it is so important to push at the moment in Legend, not only if you're trying to compete in tournaments, but just overall, if you want to make sure that your attack are at the highest level. And that's how we can practice so good, just in general attacking. So let's see how Kronos is attacking, approaching this base actually, and where this queen is going, because he's coming in again with the queen shot hybrid, a ground strategy which we're not seeing too often, but the last couple of days we had like around about a 50% hit rate for this strategy. So Wallbreaker is in, queen is supposed to charge now into that tunnel compartment, and things so far looking good, but he's about to approach 3x bows and the tunnel, which is a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage, so we're going to have to keep an eye on those rages coming down. Needs to keep an eye as well on those healers for the Giga Inferno. The Queen is taking on so much heat, and he doesn't want to burn through that ability. Does he have an invisibility he can drop? Instead, freezes up the expos so he doesn't burn through the ability. We talk about this a lot. You want to use your Queen ability coming in deeper into the core of the base where you're taking on that additional damage and keep those rages going along. And he successfully does that and holds on to the invisibility spell, which can give more value not only for the Queen but perhaps for the Royal Champion towards the back end as she works in with the hybrid. I like the section off here because you notice the placement of the siege barracks and the King working together to narrow out the pass coming directly into the core of the base, and this warden time is going to be critical coming through the double multi combination here.
Yeah, he's trying to cover those hybrid troops with the, for the bomb towers. That's what he's doing, a double ice golem coming in. Okay, there's going to be some ice time for those hybrid troops. Not going to move too far. There's the freeze as well coming in, but he missed that defending warden, and with that, the Royal Champion ability is getting forced. But the bomb tower is surviving, so the bomb tower on the back end is still looking scary. Queen versus Queen action around the top side. And his Queen died in her ability. This means his Queen is down. He's relying on his troops now. But with this back end scatter and the defending Queen over there as well, can deal a lot of damage, can distract the miners from the scatter. And he knows that this Queen ability has cost him most likely this 3-star. Otherwise, the Queen could have tanked the scatter shot on the back end. And with that, things are not looking as he wanted it to be, and that might be a big defense for X Team for them to come back and get back in the lead, because the 3-star would for sure completely change the outcome again. But double multi-inferno tower in the core and scatter shot surviving, and that one Queen ability falling short and completely changing the outcome of this match, or this attack.
Yeah, and I honestly think an additional wall break on the outside of the base down by the 5 o'clock side could have made a huge difference to force the P.E.K.K.A. and the King a little bit further through to actually get the pathing of the hybrid into the center where we had that multi get more value, because you saw the shift over of the hybrid away from the multi-targeting Inferno and moving in where we did have the CC troops. So that definitely does make a difference in that, in the pathing. So just small adjustments maybe could have made a difference, but this is where you see it's not an easy approach. Hybrid is not dead, but it does require a lot of planning and the right bases to work your way through it and make it actually succeed. So Perumania now is in a tough spot, because if X team come in with the 3-star, they can claim that 1-star lead. They were down on percent, but it's the stars that are going to matter for them here, and that's what they're looking to do with Jaga coming in with the super drags.
It is the base, the one base, which so far has given X Team so many problems. Is it going to be the base, which is defending again, or is it actually the biggest 5-head mind game which we have ever seen in Clash of Clans? If we 3-stars this, we would need to ask them if it was, like, if they had this plan already before, or if that was like a plan which they come up with now. If they hold back on that plan earlier, but he wants to take down that tunnel with that angle, with his flame flinker, wants to take it down and then send in those super dragons into the base to take it down. So far, the base has defended a 1-star, and the base has defended a low percentage 2-star against X Team for Perumania twice overall. So an OP base right there. But this time, the Flame Flinger is connecting. The Flame Flinger is connecting to that Town Hall. And with that, a huge defense. You can say, by far, the most important defense, actually, of that base is gone. And even the air defense is gone as well on the far left side. So things are looking really good.
Ooh, drops the Valken for the Skellies that crop up. Just wants to ensure this Town Hall goes down, has enough power to do it. Unfortunate to see the flip of the Yeti, because he could have gotten more value for the defensive side of this, but still picked up what he needed to. This is a beautiful opener, and this displays the beautiful range of the Flame Flinger and why you see it being used by a lot of the players. Drags working their way through from the opposite side. Just need to ease their way into the core of the base. King from the opposite end, but we still need to push our way down towards those scatter shots on the back end, which means we might reserve this Royal Champ coming in from about the 530 side of the base.
Yeah, he made sure that this one top Super Dragon is getting kept raged up, and oh no, the scatter is getting skipped, so that's now a big problem right there. But with the King inside and the Royal Champion still at the bottom side helping out the Super Dragons, things are looking really good. And this might be the time. This might be the time where this base is beaten. This base has fallen versus Jaga versus the Super Dragon attack with the Royal Champion ability bouncing away, and he has 2 freezes left. He has an invisibility spell left, and this should be it. This should be the attack. And at this point, I would die for the information if they had this plan already the last match, but then they decided to intentionally fail it because this would be the biggest 5-head move ever. But either way, a nice move and getting the lead back in their favor in this really close match. Both teams were 3 stars, 7 stars for Perumania, 8 teams for X Team.
So what are you saying? They intentionally failed on a base to get them to rerun a base that they knew that they could take down in the finals and get that advance.
Obvious.
They are now 1 star ahead. Yeah, I've had 200 IQ move right there, Itsu.
At least 900. I think that's just better on the thumbnail. 900 IQ move. That's just how it works. I'm kidding, but yeah, now we have it back for Perumania. They're in the same situation as they were last match, being behind X Team. X Team having everything in their own hands. But at the same time, there are 4 attacks left. 2 attacks each for those 2 teams to battle it out and see if X Team can come up with the crazy comeback, the crazy reverse sweep, if you want to call it like that, because they have lost yesterday versus Perumania, and today they have beat them once. Can they beat them again to get the golden ticket and get this prize pool for the rank 1 in this tournament? That would be the big thing. Perumania, they're next, and they have to 3-star, otherwise things are not looking that good for them.
No, and as we discussed on the Twitch side, the majority of the viewers expect to see X Team coming in with the win based on what we saw in the previous 2 matches, and they have just made it. So it's turned around in their favor by the 1-star lead. And of course, now up on percent. Let's see what Fredo can do with the Queen charge. Lalo here coming in with the Queen, starting towards a Town Hall position. She's got a nice easement and opening to lead her way through, but we've got 4 super wall breakers to actually lead her around and create the passage to get in there, and also potentially open up a little bit more for the King. But also using the Flame Flinger here to take on that scattershot position, just having to be mindful, of course, of the mortar towards the outside edge.
Yeah, and he's trying to funnel his Queen into that Town Hall compartment. He has to be careful, though. I mean, the Town Hall poison is going to be a big problem. Or is he going to wall break maybe around that corner somewhere? We have to wait and see what exactly the next step looks like. But there's the Clan Castle now coming out. Poison it early, and there is not much damage on that Queen. He still is going to rage it just because of time. He wants to make sure that time is not going to be an issue, and this rage is perfect because he's going to be able to take down the Hound, which is obviously taking quite a bit of time, and he's able to take down the Wizard Tower, and in addition to that, even the Town Hall, which is a lot of high HP buildings, and with that rage he was able to get through the majority of them. And now, you said it, the mortar actually took a lot of HP off that Flame Flinger. Now that Queen is in the danger zone, is in that single Inferno Tower.
Yeah, definitely going to struggle against this Flame Flinger opening up early, but we've got the Loons to try and make their way through. Not going to be able to get into that safe zone without being taken down by the Royal Champion and the Dragon on the outskirts of the base. So something to keep in mind is that he has to adjust for this now. We've got the wall breaker opening up, the Queen access leading deeper inside the space, and this could potentially give her what she needs for the range to come in, considering we have an additional wall break to work this way through, and the King to provide distraction from the opposite scattershot end.
Yeah, Royal Champion tanking right now, losing her ability soon, but maybe she can take down even more buildings, but no, she's running in front of that Queen. So the question is that Queen going to get enough value? She took down both defending air heroes. She's about to approach that Moja Inferno Tower, but she cannot reach that scatter on the back end. He's trying to wall break her in, but it's not working. The wall break is only going for the scatter itself. And there's a scatter left alone on this bottom side, and it's only 40 seconds left. That's the point. Is he going to make it? Can he sneak a Loon or something on top of that scatter? That's the big question. 30 seconds and time is keep going downwards. He actually dropped the skeleton spell on the top scatter. I don't know why he didn't drop that on the bottom scatter shot. But with that, the Queen is able to reach it, and that should be it. That should be another 3-star for Perumania.
Yeah, Fredo definitely in a good spot, trying to keep those 3 stars coming in and hoping they can hold a defense to keep X Team back, because they would need this win to advance on and get that golden ticket. But X Team definitely putting up a good fight so far. Another 3-star from X Team keeps them in the solid 1-star lead. So we will see. It's getting close, getting very tight-knit, and not a lot separating these two teams.
Yeah, there's not a lot in between, and that's like the final which we were hoping for, a really close match where it can go either way. X Team is up next to make sure that they either keep their lead or maybe throw it away, whoever knows, depending on if it's going to be a great attack or a really nice defense. It's going to be another Hog Rider attack. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. We have the blimp flying across, and there's going to be, is it going to be a blizzard? It seems like it. It's going to be a Blizzard Mass Hog Rider attack. Okay, that's just crazy. Cinti, is that you trying those Mass Hog Rider attacks? Getting the scatter, getting the bomb tower, and with another Expo falling short, it's a ton of value already. And with the Ice Golem, the Clan Castle do it as well.
Yeah, definitely honing in on the power of Synthé with this. No bats this time, but still coming in with the Hogs. Gets that beautiful CC lure to the outside edge of the base. There is the poison to help speed this up, get the queen taking this down quicker, and of course queen out of range of the defenses, which makes it so much more easier to get your path starting and moving along. And we see the wizard tower, the wizard down here to help ensure that the queen funnels her way up north towards that town hall. Very important that you take care of your cleanup. So he has set this off perfectly, but a little bit of a time restriction with those ice golems holding off the queen.
Yeah, the Giants are in, the Warbreaks are in as well to make sure that he's reaching that ground expo. The King is trying to push him from this top side, and the Eagle is activated already, so he can get started with the Hawk Riders, but that's, I mean, he needs a lot of multitasking for that. Eagle activated, King is getting shot at, and this Queen has to redirect now for that town hall, otherwise this is not good news for him. The town hall has to fall. There's the freeze, double skeleton trap over there, and the Queen exactly nicely running around, and there the Hawk Rider starting. Multitasking has started. The Warden has to follow. There's the Warden ability now with those headhunters in the Warden ability. Things are not looking too bad, but still there's a lot of base left with some sneaky Tesla around that top side scatter as well.
Yeah, the Tesla he's going to have to watch out for, but the Queen ability able to take on the single one in the back end, so definitely limiting any additional damage that'll have to worry about there. Freezing up the scatter shot and the Tesla farm as he makes the approach. Royal Champ trying to hang on to this ability to get the maximum amount of value since we have no more spell space for this, but the Hogs really, well, some of them benefiting out of the position of that heal, but the outside ones not so much. This is beautiful that he's held onto the Royal Champ ability so long for the back end, knowing that the splash was going to be the biggest problem for the Hogs to get through. And this does give Hamura what he needs to get in with 20 seconds left to go. Sneaky Goblin trying to get through into the CC position, taking that down because he still needs to jump over those walls, get that Royal Champ there and get it on. But the Wizard is coming in to help out since the Sneaky Gob can't do it. And the Headhunter, is it enough time with 3 seconds left to go? It is just on the buzzer and gets that 3-star and claims their 1-star lead. Continuation coming through into this 4X team. And
wow, Hamura, incredible attacks. He just did a bad Mass Hawk Rider attack and now the Blizzard Mass Hawk. This guy is insane. Really cool plans, and as well getting those plans well executed, making sure that he's connecting those 3 stars in such a high pressure moment. I mean, it's a big difference if you're just at home playing on your couch for like a regular clan war, or if there is like 30,000 prize money on the line, something like that. It's not that easy to then like make sure that you're executing every single step correctly in your plans, and he did it. Really nicely done. And this means X team is keeping their 1-star and percentage lead for now. Perumania, they have to 3-star and have to hope for a defense still. But this match is not over yet. It's still far from being over. One defense and everything can completely swing around. So we have Alberto coming in with the Dragons and Dragon Riders versus this base from Den. Again, one of the most popular bases in Legend. Let's see if Alberto is pushing a Legend and knows how to beat it. But I think there's a small twist to it. I think typically we don't see that many air defenses in the center. I think that's specifically to kind of make the life of those Super Dragons and air attacks in general a little bit harder. So let's see and wait while Alberto is trying to snipe the Town Hall with those Sneaky Goblins.
Yeah, picking up a lot of traps along the way. We see the Skellies there trying to open up the course coming in, and he's got to be careful with this. Drops the invisibility spell, makes the target on point, and will take it down nice and easy. Even has 5 additional Sneaky Gobs that he can use to help with some of the cleanup along the outside edge and set up the funnel that he needs to work his way along.
Yeah, we have now the Dragon starting in from this bottom side. The Lava Hound got lured. But the Headhunter, oh no, the Headhunters are not in the poison. The Queen is getting, oh no, Queen has to force her ability. That's a huge ability already gone from the beginning. Warden is not catching all of those dragons. Hound pop, but that Queen is actually dead. The Unicorn was not able to keep it up, and that Queen dying just versus the Lava Hound and Headhunter Clan Castle. And now we have those air defenses in the core. They're dealing a ton of damage to those dragons.
Yeah, this was a 3-star needed in order to try and take X Team down and hope for a defense. that would be strong enough to hold them back. And this is a tough ask now. A tall order without the queen to help out. Royal Champ, of course, can come in, but we have a double scattershot combination to worry about here with the dragon still struggling to get through. He's got a rage and a freeze that it looks like he wants to hold off for this Royal Champion to get maximum value, considering it's a double scattershot single combination with defending heroes on the back end. And that's exactly what he does. Drops the rage and it powers along with the drag riders and the dragons, but traps along the way are starting to knock them down. Freezes up the single and the scatter. Royal Champ holds on to the ability. Itsu, it would be a miracle to turn this back around into a 3-star, but he's got some chance left potentially.
Oh, that queen on defense is going to be devastating depending on which troops are getting targeted first. The queen is trying to take down the dragons, but the dragons are not going down without a fight. 30 seconds left. He has still goblins left to tank maybe the Tester. The Tester. Oh no, another black mine. And now it's a 1 versus 1. Warden versus Tester. And it seems like the Warden is winning that one. But oh no, even more red bombs in the black mine. No way. No way. The Warden going down versus traps. The base has defended 97, 98%, but not the all-important 3-star. And with that, X team, they can use the Electro Dragons again. They need 2 stars to win this match, to win the first golden ticket for 2022.
All Alberto needed was that Warden to survive. He would have taken down the rest of the base, taken down the cannon, even if those sneaky gobs died through that giant bomb. That is so unfortunate, but base building definitely showing up in that case. And unfortunately, with the misplacement of the poison spell, not getting those headhunters in it and losing out the queen early definitely did him dirty on that one. That could have been an easy adjustment for it. But we can see traps coming in super handy in this one to hold off for just enough for X team to come in with a convincing finish. A 2-star is all that they need to win this war, so this is not the time to play it risky. Melee, though, coming in with the super drags. We've got the flame flinger, and again, we've got it positioned, lined up here where the mortar is, so he's got to keep some range, and this is why we bring in these barbarians and archers to try and help distract.
Yeah, and it's the super dragons to make sure that this is guaranteed a 2-star, and they're going to guarantee get that golden ticket. He's just going to take down this right side of the base with the lock launcher, with the flame flinger, make sure that the mortar is getting tanked from those barbarians, and with that, the flame flinger is going to survive without losing too many hit points. So things are looking good for Melee. The entry has worked without any crazy Testa farm or skeleton trap baits, and the flame flinger is still going strong.
It certainly is, and we've already got some sectioning off on the 9 o'clock side of the base, starting to work our way through here and shape up what we need to come in. But we need to get to this town hall, and we're going to head straight in on it with the super drags. Going to use that Warden ability to help carry through, keep everything alive and well, and get through the core. But again, it doesn't matter about the 3-star. It's all about the 2. That's all he needs, the percentage and the town hall. And it is a done deal. Rages everything up, gets that Warden ability through, carries the super drags along. No tornado trap to push them back in so they can forge their way into the core of the base as the heroes take the surround to keep them pushing through into the core.
Yeah, and the defending Royal Champion even got taken down by that flame flinger. That's how much splash damage that siege is doing. And with that, the 2nd star is secured. We have our first team, X team, winning this first golden ticket. Now the question is, can they do this with the perfect with the next 3-star right there? But so far, it looks like that the defense is too strong. The multi-phone tower in the core is left standing, but wait a second. Yes, still yet to deploy that Royal Champion, so maybe that can help to take down the core.
Yeah, not only deploy the Royal Champion, but he's got a Rage and 2 freezes to carry this through. Baby Drag coming into the center of the base, trying to work its way through, take on the multi, take on the storage here. Nice, easy push coming in. Rages up that Royal Champion, carries her ability through, and we've got the Queen ability, freezing up the single on the back end, getting to the Eagle, and Itsu. This is looking good. Time is ticking. It's 27 seconds left to go, but the Yak, the King, still working their way along strong with the queen behind and securing a devastating victory here for them to advance on into the World Championships. They've had a 15-star performance against Strut, and this is the second 14-star performance that they've had against Perumania, and getting their final revenge. Not only that, but the $30,000 and the advancement into the World Championships. X Team will be our first